Happy Monday, everybody. How are you guys today? Today we're going to be working in my rainbow glue book. This is all the colors, or I should say my color book, because I've been working on it the last couple weeks, and I'm going to be doing some of it off camera so I can fill it in, but I wanted to do today. I was going to do black and white and rainbow, but I skipped pink. So I'm going to start out with my pink pages today. So I hope everybody is doing good. I have been cutting out some magazines. Oh my stars, I am so obsessed with this glue booking, guys. If you want to know all the ins and outs of glue booking, by all means check out Nicole on Relax Cut Glue. She does an excellent job. She has such fun. She has such good stories to tell you. So everybody check her out. She's the one, actually my daughter Amanda is the one that got me started looking into this. And once I found Nicole's page, I was like, oh my stars, this is so much fun. So over the weekend, well, last Friday, me and my sister went yard selling. Just to give you a little clue of how obsessed I have become with this. And we went to this one lady's house, and she had two boxes of magazines for free. Of course, I had to have every one of those magazines. And then she had two catalogs, two old Sears catalogs. Of course, I bought both of those. And then she had what they called Rand McNally Encyclopedia Atlas. You put it together, it has little 3-hole punches in it, and you can see all the things. Well, of course, I wanted to get that to see if there's anything I can do glue booking in that. So far, I haven't even brought it out of the boxes to put in a notebook, but I plan to do that. I might do that on camera so I can do a flip through. Today, before I start on this, I'm going to show you a couple of the magazines that I got. This one, while not very old, this was May and June of 2025, is a nice little Reader's Digest book. Let me get it down here where you can see it. And it has some really nice pictures in it. I haven't seen a Reader's Digest like this in a long time, so I was ecstatic to get it, but it's got some nice pictures. I want these to cut for our beach trip so that we can have little pictures that we can put in our journal that I will be doing the next phase in tomorrow if you want to stop and check me out. But look at all these nice little pictures. Look at that car. That is an amazing car. Doesn't have anything to do with the advertisement that they're doing, but it is a nice little, look at these elephants. I can go, I'm going to plan on doing next month, doing one of those En Masse books, or En Masse books, however it's pronounced. So I'll have some new pictures to put in it. Look at that, how pretty. That won't have anything to do with where we're going, but the picture is wonderful, and we will be able to see lighthouses and stuff, so we may put those in there. Anybody watches me from the Great Lakes, give me a thumbs up so that I'll know that that's where you're watching me from. I have people up in Michigan, so one of these days I might get up there. Crazy story about the Great Lakes. We went across the Canadian border one time and went to, I think it was Lake Erie. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm out there in the water. I'm like 12, 13 years old. Out there in the water swimming with some of my cousins, and I was having the absolute best time. Well, of course, they're from Michigan, so they know when they can see a big wave, you need to go to the shore. Well, this old West Virginia girl didn't know that, didn't have a clue about that. When that wave hit, I got twisted upside down. I come up spitting sand. I was like, oh my goodness. This story is about a list of old-timey things that this man remembered. And I might keep the list as things are, because these are things that actually I remember. I remember doctors making house calls. I don't remember tops on men's swimming suits. That's before my time, but I've seen them. No teeth braces, funerals at home, undefeated football teams. We had those in our little area. We had an undefeated football team. Become the Class A champs. There's some tennis facts. These are just not, I mean, you want to read your magazine before you just start tearing up willy-nilly, because one, you'll learn facts. Like this right here, this was funny. This is all about a different set of warning labels that they put on products, which makes that, if you read them, they're the most hilarious things in the world. This is a product called Nicole sleeping pills, and the label says it may cause drowsiness. Now, if you're buying a sleepy pill, that's exactly what you think that it's going to do, is cause drowsiness. It doesn't say don't drive a car, it may cause drowsiness. It just says it may cause drowsiness. Chainsaw, don't hold the wrong end of the chainsaw. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. A jet ski, never use a lit match or open flame to check fuel levels. It shows you how far companies think that we have exited the common sense field. But actually, a lot of us know this stuff. So it's just, for us, it's hilarious to see them even think that they have to put these products on a label in order for them not to get sued. That's the bad part. If they don't put this on there, like this is a product you're buying is eggs, and the label says this product may contain eggs. Well, if you didn't want it to contain eggs, you wouldn't buy them. But there's a lot of people that would be allergic to eggs that would sue them because that wasn't on. Not because they were eggs, but because that little label wasn't on there. So that's crazy. But anyway, look at this picture right here. The Department of Wit. Then there's more little pictures like that. And these I will be cutting out. I'll look through this book and read what I want to read, and then I will be cutting out pictures to put with the rest of my pictures. This poor lady looks like she's in a lot of pain. I've seen this commercial where they put the cucumbers on their eyes. I'm not sure the reference. It must take out swelling, but I guess if you go really big allergy sufferer, that's something you would know. Or maybe something you would want to know. But this is just this book right here. I've got some cool little pictures in them. Look at that, how beautiful. So, it's just telling you getting outdoors is as close to cure-all as you can find. It's fast and free with few, if any, side effects. Now, that being said, there has been a few incidences in the woods, so you will want to make sure that you're ever vigilant when you're out there. You need to touch the grass. Stand in the sunlight. I love to stand in the sunlight, especially on a nice cool morning when the sun is shining like that. Oh, you just stand there. You just feel like you're all renewed and happy. Gardening. I love to garden. A cold plunge, no thank you. I stay cold enough the way it is. I'm not getting in cold water. Hiking. I need to hike more, but that's not really not. And I'm not, to my knowledge, at my age, ever going to paddleboard. I've seen them, and I love to watch them do it, but it won't be something I do. A sensory walk, I guess, is so that you make sure that you're in touch with all of your senses. But I just think look at this picture here. Her juggling everything. That is so hard. And sometimes I don't have ADHD, but sometimes the thoughts in my brain are like that. And I do take panic attacks. And the other night I went to sleep and I slept a little harder, I guess, than what I should. And I woke up from a horrible nightmare that I had in a panic attack stage. It took me hours to get over that. I said, bad enough something happens to you in the daytime and you have panic attacks. But when they happen at night and you can't control it in your dreams, that's scary. And there we go with that one and this one. All these are nice little pages that I will cut out. Look at that tree. That'd be pretty on a page. These pages are super thin, so you would want to be careful when you're gluing them down so that you don't tear your page, rip your pages when you're trying to glue them. A cougar attack. These pages are so thin. This picture I wouldn't want, but that's her after she got attacked. Look at how nice that one is, though. That's a nice picture of an American hero. It says his best friend died a hero's death in Vietnam. 6 decades later, he won't let us forget. Timmy's family had a fella, his mom's brother, that was missing in action during the Korean War. They never did find him. Look at that picture. These are such nice pictures. So we're going to take as many of these as we can. Just do a little flip through the rest of them. Look at that. You just don't know what you'll run across. And then there's a whole lot of games in the back. So I'm debating on what, if I have probably 8 or 9 of these books that I got in that magazine haul. So I don't know, I may make a whole glue book of just putting these in the glue book so that we can then, because you can put them in like a tip in because there's, you know, more questions on this side. So you could just put them in like a tip in so you could play the whole games. I don't know, we'll see. But I'll definitely keep them. Alright, and the next one I've got to show you is, then we'll jump into the glue booking. This Woman's Day magazine was dated March the 10th, 1981. Look at that beautiful rose on the front of it. And I have some of these things that are dated back to the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. At the end of this video, I will give you a little haul to let you know what all magazines that I got. Because I am so anxious to start cutting on them. There's this old-timey sewing machine. Taster's Choice coffee. I always liked, not Taster's Choice, but I always liked Folgers coffee with Coffee Mate creamer. Instant variety. Brown coffee's not my favorite. Here's all kind of signatures. Georgia Kennedy. I don't know who these people are, but I might cut those signatures out just to put them on a page. Wouldn't that be cool? Wait till I finish my Saratoga. That's a cigarette ad. How long's it been since we've seen cigarette ads? Unless I just haven't been paying attention in magazines. I don't remember seeing one for a long time. Look at that. If you were the person that liked to just cut out eyes, look how gorgeous these eyes are. I don't know if I'll do just that or I'll just cut the whole picture out and use it. Another cigarette ad. Look at those thimbles. Silverware price. Complete service for 6 for $11.88. You wouldn't find that today. These are absolutely excellent pictures to be able to do something with. Look at that. It depends on what you're into and what you're looking for when you're cutting out pictures. Me, I am brand new, so I'm basically cutting out everything. My daughter said for me to watch that because, you know, you can fall into a trap of having too much. But I said, Mandy, I'm your mother. Everything I do, I go at full force. So, if I have too many pictures, then I'll just bag them up and, you know, put them online, let somebody else buy them. Look at those candles. Look how pretty those candles are. Little kids jumping up in the air. These are going to be some awesome pictures. I'd say somebody tore out coupons out of these. I got several of those woodworking magazines. I got several craft magazines. Like I said, I got one style catalog from Sears. I got one Christmas catalog from Sears. I got 2 Oriental trading catalogs. I even got some old-timey iron-ons that you can do stuff with. That was back when you didn't have the vinyl, the cutting machine, everything. Everything was done for you. All you had to do was iron it on. There's some storage solutions. I need some more storage solutions. I have been downsizing, but it's just how it is. I'm gonna flip through the rest of this real quick so we can get on to the glue booking. Look at those. Those are actually iron-ons. An old calendar with a menu on it. And recipes to go with it. Ooh, pork chops. Ooh. I got any pork chops out there? I might make that for dinner. That's easy. Huh. Definitely might make that. Look at that cake. Alright guys, we're going to quit torturing you with that. Get me a drink of water. And bring in my glue book. And we're going to go to the pink page. These are my pictures that I get to choose from today. We've got that one. And this one. This is kind of more of orange than it is pink. We have this one. Look at the little dog. We have that one. This is from Lynchburg. So we have plenty of pictures today to choose from. Let's just run through them real quick. This could be purple or pink. So I might cut this part off, just use this pink part, and use that on the purple page. Because it's hard to find purple. But these are all the pink pages I've been able to find so far. Okay. We'll save that flower one to go on a cover. I may do just a flower book, but about this size, where this will fit right on the cover of it. So we'll put that back up and put it and use it then. All right, so let's pick out a few pages or a few pictures. Got that one. Let's see. Look at this rug. And we have this one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is a pink house. Let's do this. Let's see. Let's try switching places with it. There we go. Let's see if I can cut off the right amount. To make that set on there flat. Okay, let's see. I did bring my good scissors out here. I love these scissors. We'll hold on to that. Might put that in the green page. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Yes. Okay, let's find our glue stick here. Pull this book over here. Glue on the back of it. Boy, it's a little chilly out here today as that glue ain't wanting to do what it should be doing. Alright, let's pick this up. That glue ain't wanting to work at all. Let's try something different. There we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. Alright. So let's put this down here. All the way on the side. Rub it down. Alright. Let's get the glue on this one. That's the one thing you will find out when you're glue booking. You will use a ton of glue. So if you want to, you should buy it up while the school things are still on sale. Somebody's trying to call me, then decided they didn't want to call me after all. All right. Nope. We'll put something else in there. I see why I did it. It went up too high. There we go. And now it's down too low. Goodness, Kathy. Let's turn this around where I can see what I'm doing. It's not going to be sticking if you ain't careful. Must have cut it a little crooked. There we go. That's better. Now, let's see. That one. This one goes like that, so that won't work. Let's try this one. There we go. And we'll put, nope. That's the hardest part about it, is finding something that will go where you need it to go. Okay. Cut a little piece off of this. Put it right there. All right. There we go. Now, let's see here. I may put that right there to cover up that little spot. That is sideways, but I may use it anyway. Let's see. Will that go right there? I think it will. I think it's too... Yeah, it's too short to go right there. So let's go with... And then... we can cut it off about right there. You'd know I'd make it too short. Oh, can't see, guys. I don't think I'll ever get great at this, but let me cut off this end. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to be practicing some off camera so I get better on camera. Yes, that'll work. Move all my stuff out of the way. I haven't been able to slow down except for to cut images out. I need to start gluing them in so I get better at setting it up. Okay. There we go. And I just did not, that one's not going to work. Let's try this one. Cut it off right there at the water line. See if I did any better that time. All right. There we go. Let's put this one on. You could make this as nerve-wracking or as peaceful as you want it to be. I prefer it to be peaceful. Look at that. Look, look, look. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this big thing of flowers. And now you won't even see the spot that don't have any. Oh, look how pretty that is. Sorry for shaking you. Put the glue on this one. I love to fussy cut these out. Let's make sure we get that line all covered up. Don't affect the house or the 30 years. Oh, wow, guys. Look. Look how pretty. Now let's put this little hat right there. And we'll call the pink page done for this week. There we go, guys. Now if we decide that we want to put anything else on this page, we can add it in as we find it. But I think that looks really good. I think that turned out really, really, really pretty. Let me know what you think in the comments about this new glue booker working on stuff. Because it is exactly what I am, is new. All these have to go back in my pink folder. And we'll take care of doing those. And oh, that's pretty. Because I still have the all of this to have to do in the pink folder. So I will be doing all of these, but oh, that turned out pretty, guys. That turned out pretty. You have the house with the garden area to walk through. Beautiful thing of flowers you just picked in wearing your little hat. So there we go. That is gorgeous. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, we're going to slip back here to the black and white. Whoops, past the purple. Look at that page. Interesting. All those letters. And here are my black and white pictures that I've got. And I've got all my little tiny fussy cuts down in here that are black and white. Because if you don't, you get all those little bitty ones all lost in the process. This I saved for the white thing. But you know, that's more brown than it is white, so we'll save that for a brown page. Here is a bed. Could put the bed in there. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's see, let's put it at the bottom. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. We have this white table. But you can't really see the table unless I put it up here and cut the top off. Okay, let's see what that one does. Here's another bed. Pair of mittens holding breadsticks, I'm thinking. There is some ice. Ooh, we could have ice celebrating our time we get to stay in the bed, sleep a while. Could have as a kitty sitting on the bed. That's a big cat. There's a remote for our TV. Let's see, don't want that one. There we got glasses with that one. Okay, let's see. That's just a piece of white paper. Alright, so we know, I think I want to use the kitty cat and the remote. I don't need the... Okay, let's see here. I want this up here. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Let's put the bed and the stuff up to the top. Okay, and then we'll put the kitty cat sitting here off the bed. Maybe here, right there. Oh, yes. And then, let's see. Maybe I'll put this at the top. Okay, guys, this is a decision-making process. We're going to have these for sure. I'm going to have the cat sitting on the bottom of the bed, just off of the screen. Going to have the bed with the stuff. And I think I'm going to bring this in as her scene out her window. Okay, let's see what else we got. Let's see. Let's put this one on this side. Bring this one in here with the fence. And the trees over the top of the fence. Let's see. I like it, guys. I like it. I like it. Okay, so first thing we're going to have to do is those two up there. Let's put those two down first. Okay, let's put this one, let's cut the top of this one off and put it from the top down. Cut the top of this one off. Because I don't need those words on it. We'll put this one, oops, I cut that off the side too because it's got letters on the side. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let's put this one down first. Put all these pictures out of the way. It's going to be more white than it is black today, guys. But next time it might be more black than it is white. So, okay, let's put this down here. Okay, then this one goes down next. Don't forget to stay around to the end of this video so you'll see the magazine haul I did, because I'm going to be cutting them up over the next couple weeks. So I'll bring some pictures in. If you want to see me to show you the pictures before, or show you the magazines before I cut them up, show you what is in them, please leave me a comment down in the bottom. And I will be more than happy to bring them on before I cut them up, at least, you know, several of them. If you got a choice, like I said, everything will be in the description. So if there's a specific magazine or something you want me to bring in before I put that all the way down, let me see where this needs to go. Needs to come in just a smidge. There we go. Now, put that over top of it right there. Then I'll cut off the excess. Okay. We had a parade over the weekend in a local town. My granddaughter is a twirler, and she was in it. So, and so was my husband. He in his brand new job he got, he was elected to got a mess here. Elected to drive a bus that's owned by the company in the parade. So we was lucky we got to ride in the bus directly behind my granddaughter who was twirling. So I got to video her from a different angle than we've been able to do before. And it was really, really nice. Those girls do such a good job. This glue is wonderful, man. It'll let you lift it back up and everything. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Here she is, laying in bed, getting ready to celebrate with some... I'd have thought I could have brought my ladies out here. We could have put a lady in there. But I didn't. So when, in lieu of the lady, we'll put a cat in. Maybe there's catnip in that champagne bottle. Or some milk. We are not sure. Okay, there we go. Got to make sure we get it off of the thing just enough. Keep it on the bed, but, oop, there's some glue where it's not supposed to be, where it's not wanted. All right, now, let me see here. Let me cut this down. I don't want to use my good scissors. Hold on, guys. I don't want to get any glue on my paper cutting scissors. Whoops. Trying to steal my pink papers again. All right. So there is that picture. Do I have anything else? Let's see if I can find my fussy cutting scissors here. There they are. And cut this out and put it on there. She says to move your paper, not your scissors. I ain't quite got that down yet, but there's a leaf. I didn't even see that leaf. It's funny what you'll see when you're fussy cutting. Then you can decide if you want to keep it on there or if you want to cut it off. But when you take these pictures that they have in their magazines and you cut them down to put them in yours, they produce an entirely different idea than what they did when they first started. So, everybody be aware of that. You might fussy cut it out and say, oh, I don't like it. Or you might fussy cut it out and say, oh, I didn't even see that before. So you just never know. And I am not a perfectionist, so if there's a little bit of this, that, and the other left around, I'm perfectly okay with that. If you're a perfectionist, you cut it to where there is absolutely nothing else showing. And we'll agree that that works. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to put that on there? That looks really stark white to that. Let me see. Let's put it up in this corner. Let's cut the rest of that green off. I don't like the way that green looks on there, guys. Let's just let her have a white flower. And you're entitled to change your mind if you want to. Too many people take away from the fact that what's yours is only your interpretation of something. Not what the world's interpretation is. Just what yours is. That still seems awfully white to me, guys. What do you think? Nope. I'm not seeing anything else that's going to go either. So, we don't want to put another cat on there. Could put her a bowl of ice cream down there off the... Well, let's do that. Let's put a bowl of ice cream down there. That probably not ice cream, but we're going to say it is. That way she can eat her ice cream in bed. Drink her champagne. Alright, guys. I probably will put more pictures on here as I find them that I like. But we have our kitty cat waiting for her person to come to bed to drink their champagne and give them a little catnip. And this is the view they see out their window. Alright, guys, that is what we will have today. Stay tuned for the flip through of all the, or not flip through, but the showcase of all of the magazines that I got at the yard sale last week. And I will look forward to seeing you next Monday. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is Kathy with Kincaid Special Creations coming to you with a magazine haul. Look at all these wonderful magazines. I've got them from ranging from 1976 up to 2013. They're all craft magazines or all quilt magazines. These are from July, August 1965 all the way down to 2011, and they are maybe 2005. They're all woodworking books. These are all craft books. This one is let me get it open here. Copyright 1952. And these are all different craft magazines. Craft magazines, craft magazines, craft magazines. I'll show you each and every one of them as I go through to harvest them. These are all TV guides, some new, some old. People magazine, an old Family Circle magazine from, oh gosh, I don't even know what the date is on that one. Let's see what the side says. From 1964. We have a Woman's Day from 1981. I've got all kind of bulletins from AARP and all tons of magazines that are from AARP. Wonderful little magazines. We have a couple of how-to magazines. We got a whole bunch of Reader's Digests. Different ones. Let's see. We've got all kind of guidepost magazines from the time. We got a one woman's guide. We have 11 calendars, different type calendars. All kinds, kittens, angels, America, Our World, one from West Virginia. And look at this find. This is the Rand McNally Illustrated Atlas from Today's World. Isn't that awesome? Okay, I've got one new science one, and look at the wonderful find that we got. We have 2 Oriental Traded magazines, 1 Sears catalog from 1990, and 1 from 1995, Christmas catalog. Look at all these wonderful things we'll be able to cut out. Yes, I'll bring you along as I choose which ones I want and when. And I hope you enjoy watching. Bye.